Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Let's see. We've got 3,200 space science still remaining. Just curious how much. So we could get one, maybe two more levels of mining productivity done. I don't need military 4. We got more long reach we could do, but I don't really feel like I need it. I can already work pretty much all the way across the screen. Yeah, so I don't think there's really much more research that I want to do besides the SpaceX stuff, mining productivity and worker robot speed. So maybe when all the spaceship part research is done, maybe I'll just do a couple more mining productivity levels to use up the space science that I've got. And then pardon me. And then after that, we'll focus on the faster than light stuff. So since the last episode, we have, hey, there goes another one. I finished making all the hull components. So I put those in the chest here and have been launching those. So that's now 4 of them launched. So there's 6 more of those to go. So now that that's done, we can start to work on some of the other parts. I have also set up an additional uranium mine, just because I know I'm going to need yet more power soon. It's not bad right now, but I've seen this spike up to 1.7 gigawatts and be yellow. So I know that, when everything gets activated, we're going to be needing more power. Now I have 10,000 fuel cells stored up. And if we go into our production, one way you can tell if you're making enough is you can look at your consumption of fuel cells versus the production of fuel cells. But you really need to look at kind of a large time period. So if I look at the last hour, I'm currently making 6.2 per minute on average, and I'm consuming 3.5 per minute on average. So we're probably, I think we're still okay with this number of centrifuges. We seem to be keeping up all right. I could go and upgrade those to speed 3s, and that would speed things up even more. And let's take a look also at the uranium ore. And again, we'll look at, well, of course now it's gone up. That's not going to be valid because I added a second uranium mine, as I mentioned. That's over here. And I'm just now filling this stuff up. So the production of uranium, if I look at it now, is going to be higher than what I'm consuming. It would have to be, so that's not going to be useful to look at. But in any case, let's go to uranium processing and let's upgrade all those beacons to speed 3s. That'll give us a boost, even though we don't really need it right now. Let's see, because we're going to go from plus 20% to plus 50% speed on those things. Times 8, or actually I think it's 4 in this case. 4 beacons affecting each one of those machines. So we'll be going from plus 80% to plus 200%, which is a pretty big speed increase. There we go. All right. Yeah, it looks like the yellow inserters are still fast enough. So this way we'll keep processing this, and then as we continue to expand power, eventually we're going to reach a point where we need to add more centrifuges because we won't be able to get uranium made fast enough to keep things going. And we're continuing to make fuel cells from plutonium as well, which comes back, which we make when we get the reprocessing done. Okay, so let's decide what we want to start making next. First I'll go to modules so I can get rid of these speed ones that I have. So we've made hull components. Those are going to be done soon. We could start doing the protection field next. Yeah, I guess we'll just go down the list, starting from the top. There's really no reason to do them in any other type of order than that. All right, so let's dump those speed ones, and then we'll get refills on the other modules while we're here. Okay, so the protection field, we only need one of those, but that takes 100 Energy Shield Mark IIs. And an Energy Shield Mark II takes 10 Energy Shield Mark Is and 10 processing units, and those take steel and advanced circuits. So this is a rather expensive spaceship part. So 100 Energy Shield Mark IIs means 1,000 Energy Shield Mark Is. Steel and advanced circuits. Okay, now we are bringing steel here already. I'm wondering if maybe we should start making all this stuff over here next to the rockets. I have blue circuits here too, but I don't have red circuits. But we can fix that. All right. Yeah, so let's go over to the rocket area, and we'll start making all these rocket parts over there at the rocket area. And I'm just going to do them one at a time, like I am now. Since most of these only require one each, we'll just set up the production of one, and then when it's ready, we'll shoot it up into space, or we'll put it in the chest to be shot up into space, and we'll just keep doing it that way. All right, so we're going to need... All right, so the steel we've already got. We're going to need red circuits, and blue circuits we already have as well. Right. This was going to be for space science out. So let me add another station here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right here. Okay, and we'll call this station rocket spaceship components in. Okay, and then we can just adjust this for whatever we need to bring in here. All right, so at this stage, we're going to be bringing in red circuits. Okay, and red circuits stack in 200s. So one train of red circuits is going to be 8,000 per car. It's going to be 32,000. So we'll ask for 32,000, and I'm going to put the request threshold at 32,000 as well. So that way, because I'm not sure if I actually need all 32,000 for this thing. Let's see, we can probably calculate it. If I need 1,000 of these, I'm going to need, yeah, I only need 10,000 really. Okay, so let's just call it 10,000. And we'll do a one-time request. And yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'll put in the request, we'll bring it in here, we'll empty it out, and that'll be that. Okay, so let's, yeah, and you know what, I'm going to put these into 6 sets of chests. And the reason I want to do that is because I want it to empty out quickly, because even though I'm only getting 10,000, or you know what, let's use silos. That'll be easier to combine everything. Okay, there goes another rocket. Awesome. And I like doing it this way because that way when we go to make the next part, we can bring in, you know, we can bring in just whatever we want. All right. And then let's limit this to 1 train, which is that one. I'm not going to bother setting the limits on the size of the train because it can only come from one place anyway. All right, and then we'll set the request threshold at 10,000 also. And then we'll set the provider threshold at a big number. Okay, and then we'll wire this up while we're waiting for the train to come in. All right, I have to do it like this. There we go. Okay. And then here we only have one component coming out. And actually what I think I'm going to do is I'll just merge these all into the last chest, or the last silo. This will easily hold 10,000 red circuits, and that way, and then I can just pull it all out of there. Okay, so let's set up our production chain here. All right, so the energy shields take 10 seconds each, and the Mark IIs take 10 seconds each. But we need 10 energy shields. So we need a ratio of 10 to 1. So let's set up 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, and these are all going to make energy shield 1s. And that's going to require 12.5 steel per second, which we can easily do with 1 red belt. Will these take? No. See, they were real careful to make sure that I can't use productivity modules for anything. Those jerks. Okay. All right, good. And it looks like it only brought us 10,000. So as soon as this train leaves the station, I'm just going to remove the request because this is all we're going to need. There. Thank you very much. Okay, so we should soon have 10,000 in there. How many per second was it? 12.5. Okay, yeah, so we can merge that with a belt full of steel, which we already have here. So let's bring that over. Oops. And we'll bring this over this way. this. All right. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Okay. This. Oh, okay. That's all right. All right. So now this is all going to feed into a single machine, making the Mark II. And, okay, no, actually, let's do this the other way. And the reason for that is because we need a blue circuit. All right, and we're going to need to make 100 of these. In order to build the protection field. All right, so 100 of these is going to need a lot of blue circuits. And yeah, I'll just siphon it off of here. I'm quite comfortable with that. So we're going to want that to come from the inside of the belt. Yeah, I'm not really using them for the satellites right now. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason to have additional stations set up for this stuff. What do I have my limit set at? 16,000. Okay, that's good. Although it seems like my steel is emptying out a lot faster than... How much steel does this need? 22. Yeah, I should upgrade all this to blue belts for the steel so that I have enough going through there to take care of what I need for the rocket parts as well as what I need for the spaceship components. All right, so let's... Well, we can just upgrade this one to blue. And actually, it can just be red after the rocket parts. Okay, so let's power this up. Get this rolling. Where are my substations? Here they are. All right, so we'll do one there, and we'll do one there, and we'll do one there. Okay, so we need 100 of these. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's have these go into a chest. And I'll wire this up here so that this will only work when the Mark IIs are less than 100. And I'm going to wire that up to all of these too so that I don't produce ridiculous amounts of excess Mark I energy shields because, again, I really don't need them for anything besides this. So this way, once we get what we need, everything else will turn off. And I'll put in a speed module here just so it can catch up and use up the excess. And let's replace that with a fast inserter. There we go. All right, and then we'll turn on protection field. I'll put a stack inserter, which I'm facing this way for now because I don't want to turn it on. I don't want it to turn on yet. Actually, I'm just going to wait. So when this gets full, I'll shut all this off and then we'll dump it into there. Okay, how we doing? We got 16 so far. Okay, and I can take the speed module out now. Okay, and we could put speed modules in there to speed that whole thing up, but we still have... Oh, okay. We've got one more hull component to launch. So maybe I will speed that up. Actually, I'm surprised we've launched so many rockets while I'm just sitting here. Let's see. Yeah, I can't feed this fast enough, so we'll just let it go at normal speed. And I could also tell this that can be a slow inserter. So what I'm going to do is I'll set this. Yeah, you know what? Let's put a requester chest there too. Just in case. All right. So what I just did here is I set this to activate if this chest is empty. So that way, if I don't have any of these special parts to put in here, it'll launch a satellite and I'll get more space science. Okay, and then over here, I'm going to request space science packs. And then at some point in the future, I'll be able to move those by train. I don't know why I put those in the wrong place. But until then, they'll just collect here. And we'll change that to like, I don't know, 10,000. Because it's 2,000 in a stack, so. Yeah, now that I think about it again, we can just put it into, we can just put it into one chest. We'll make it 100,000. Okay, so how we doing there? 43. Okay, we can take those out. We can take those out. All right. Yeah, so if we got a rocket ready to go and there's nothing here to use, then it'll just launch a satellite instead. All right, so we got the protection field going. Hull components are done. After that, we've got spaceship thruster. which that's actually an easy one. Thrusters, we need 4 of them. All right, so we'll do that one next. And I can bring the engines and pipes and stuff. I can probably just bring over here manually. So why don't we start to do that now, actually. We'll get the non-circuit stuff that we need for the thrusters. Okay, so I need 400 electric engines. I think I have them on the network. All right, so we'll get 400 of those. I'm going to need 400 pipes, which I already have. I'm going to need 200 speed module 3s, which I already have. And blue circuits and low density structures I can get over there. Yeah, so once I have these engines, I'll be ready to go. So it's 1, 2, 3, almost have 4. There we go, 400. So we can start making these right now. And then I'll set this to request all the different rocket parts. Spaceship thrusters, 4. Fuel cells, 2. Command something or other. Command center, 1. Astrometrics lab, we need 1. Life support, we need 1. Habitation module, we need 1. And then fusion reactor, we are still researching. But we'll need 1 of those, and then the protection field we've already got in there. Okay, so I think that's everything. Let's see how we're doing here. 70. All right, so looks like we're going to be launching a couple of satellites in the meantime. All right, so let's get started with these thrusters. Okay, there's some engines. There's some speed modules. Okay, here, let's do it this way. I'll load up a chest with everything that we need for 4. So 400 engines, 400 pipes, 200 speed modules. We need 400 low density structures and 400 blue circuits. So I'll collect the 400 blue circuits right now. There's 2, 3, and 4. There we go. I'll give those other ones to that guy. Okay, and then I just need 400 low density structures. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to have to dump some stuff. Okay, here, let's just do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it won't all fit. There we go. Okay, and then I'll just dump this out into a active provider. How are we doing here? Getting close to 100. How are we doing here? It's almost ready to launch. I'm just going to turn that inserter so that it waits, because we're almost done here. Only need 8 more of those. If I had any more speed modules, I could speed this up. I still have an awful lot of red circuits. Did I miscalculate something? I still have 5,000 left. 10, 100 energy shield ones. Oh, 500. Not 5,000. Yeah, I did miscalculate something. If I need 100 energy shield 2s, that means I need 1,000 energy shield 1s and 1,000 energy shield 1s need 5,000 advanced circuits. And I don't remember how many I requested, but I think it must have been 10,000. Okay. So let me... No. Stop it. I don't want any more of these things. Okay. And I got too many, but that's all right. There we go. Yeah, go ahead. Might as well make more Mark IIs. Okay. Did it launch? Yes. Okay, it launched one thruster. There's 2, 3, and there's one more thruster on the way. All right, and we'll put an active provider there. And put that one in there when it's done. Okay, so now I can dismantle all this stuff. All right, what's next? So protection field, I did the thrusters. Fuel cells. How many fuel cells do I need? 2. All right, so we need... Yeah, we can start to do that one next. All right, so I'm going to need 200 steel plate. All right. I don't want that to start yet because then I'm going to lose track of what I'm doing. All right, 200 steel plate. I need 200 blue circuits, which we can get here pretty quickly. There we go. And then I need 200 low density structures. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 100. I need 8 stacks more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. Okay, and then I need 1,000 rocket fuel. That's going to need a silo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I'm going to need to fill my inventory plus another row. There we go. All right, and then I need one more row of these. There. That ought to do it. Good. All right, and then that'll give us 2 fuel cells. Okay, and we can pick this one up. All right, so I think we're making good progress here, getting this stuff made. We'll have thrusters done here shortly. We'll have fuel cells done shortly, and then we'll just have 3 or 4 more of these things to do, plus the fusion reactor once we get that done. Okay, well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.